welcome. Here we go. We're, I gotta adjust the volume is here. Oh, hold on. Where am I coming back through? Not sure where I'm hearing myself. Let me figure this out. Maybe in that one? Yeah, it must have been that one. No? How about now? Hello! BNSF locomotive. How about now? No, I'm still hearing myself. Hello! All right, let me get the sound down here. It's unusual, you know, because every week I do the same thing and I don't change nothing. So let me look at my properties here. See what the hell is going on. I do the same thing and I don't change nothing. So let me look at my properties here. See what the hell is going on. I'm not sure how it's coming, where it's coming through. That's different. I'm not sure how it's coming, where it's coming through. That's different. Audio. Again, this is the same thing that I do every single week. Again, this is the same thing that I do every single week. Again, this is the same thing that I do every single week. Okay, so let's see. Where am I coming back through? Okay, so let's see. Everything's monitor off. Okay, so let's see. Everything's monitor off. I have no idea where the sound's coming from right now. Everything's monitor off. I have no idea where the sound's coming from right now. I have no idea where the sound's coming from right now. Don't have anything running except for the game in OBS Studio. Don't have anything running except for the game properties. In OBS Studio. Don't have anything running. This is This is yeah, so if I mute my desktop audio, it's still coming through something. Yeah, so if I mute my desktop audio, it's insane. How's it doing this? Still coming through something. Yeah, so if I mute my desktop audio, it's insane. How's it doing this? Still coming through something. It's insane. How's it doing this? I'm looking for right now anything that I can see. Wait, what's this? All right, so we're... Oh, it still just came through. What the... OBS. Why is it selecting that one? Do I drive a BNSF EMD SD78 Ace train? I mean, sometimes. Right now, I have SD 45 TAC 2s here. I'm trying to figure out why my sound is coming out, though. So this has never happened to me before. Oh, you started doing this on purpose right now, where like my sounds coming through? Like this doesn't make any sense though, because I have not changed anything at all. And I'm not monitoring anything either, except desktop audio and alert box. I just turned that off. So my microphone is monitored off. So none of this makes sense. Although I'm not hearing myself anymore. But you guys can hear me. Okay, so I fixed it. I don't know what I turned off. Just like Bill said, sometimes he just he messed around with things and then eventually fixed it. So apparently I did too, because I can no longer hear myself, but I do hear on my monitor. I mean, it's better for you that you don't hear me repeating. I repeat that enough. So anyways, happy Easter, happy Simulator Sunday. However you, happy Resurrection Day, however you decide to celebrate this Sunday, welcome to another episode here of Simulator Sundays. I'll be your humble host, KungfuBeer. And today we're in LAJ. So to be honest, I haven't been around all week. Last week I did the High Run 8 server, which is our new East Coast server. And then I've been busy all week with life, and I'm here today. I came in and got all my paperwork squared away for the yards that I have here in the Mateo server, the SoCal server. And so that's where we're at. And I realized, well, I've got all these pickups to do here. A supply train should be coming pretty soon, but I've got pickups to do. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get it done. So I'm going to get everything started here, and then we'll just get some pickups done, because, you know, I'm going to go ahead and switch directions on this too, because I'm going to be pulling most of it. So how are you guys doing? I hope your weekend is going well. I'm going to run down here and take a look at this switch. If you're watching later on YouTube, I hope you had a good Sunday. Oh wait, this is the end here, so I need to go there. Get our lights turned on. So BNSF Locomotive was the first one in today, and he's already looking for some aces, but I'm not on a road train, I'm doing switching. So it's kind of hard to, it's not hard, but we wouldn't use aces for switching. But yeah, we do have aces on the server. We have the lovely Dash 9s. I don't think there's any Dash 8s, but the lovely Dash 9s, the 4,300 horsepower Dash 9s. And then some Gevos, as far as road trains go. I have no idea what caused that sound. I just started muting everything, and I was bleeding through some channel. I don't know, because I wasn't monitoring everything. Look how close that car is to this. Oh, we're going to go right through it, too. There's nothing we can do about that. It's a development. We slammed into it a little bit. Let me get my butt on the ground here. I'll bring up my little handy-dandy overhead thing right here. And let's take a look at our picks. Not open coupler, you big dummy. Don't do that. I'm going to connect the air hoses. And let's see. So these are all outbounds. I'm going to connect the airlines, but I am not going to run air through them for picks. All right. And I also get my problems resolved there. Also did not make a whistle sound as I was backing up. So apologies if you're here for some A+ locomotive. This is how we do it in real life. Well, you're in the wrong channel. We just do things the way that we try to do them real. Some things get missed. Why don't know why we went back in. All right, bell works, the whistle works. So we try to be authentic, but sometimes it's a game and we have to just realize that. And then I am not a real railroad guy. I'm a wannabe. I come on here and find entertainment and moving big metal pieces around. And so that's why I'm doing this. It makes me happy. And at nighttime, I put my earphones in and I watch this and fall asleep, just like you guys do during the actual live stream or the repeated stream. So you're welcome. It's nap time. Get comfy, kick off your shoes, get a little whoopee, and have a good nap. Because we are going to be full swing here, moving this metal around. My wife's like, who the hell would watch you do train stuff? And I said, a lot of people. And then she sees the numbers like after in YouTube, and I go, I don't know how many people can stand me, you know. I can be irritating just by talking. At least that's what she says. And then of course I do I mention it all the time because I started, I've been doing YouTube for a while, but I used to make like movies, like try to make movie stuff using Grand Theft Auto and other things. And then I just started doing the, once I started doing a sports game of the Super Mega Baseball where I would commentate the game as I was playing it, I was like, I just did what everybody always said I did, was just talk my face off no matter what. Talk while I'm doing things, and so I felt like I'd be able to do it for an audience, and lo and behold, I can talk for a couple hours, not run out of stuff to say. I mean, you do, but it is very difficult to continually talk about not a lot. Like the amount of, oh, I did get it. Oh, I wasn't sure. All right. Connect that. Let's go forward. Well, thank you so much. I am glad that you enjoy it. So it's Bill Griffin and then just Bill. I'm very happy that people actually do enjoy it, because I mean, that's the whole point of doing this, is I could just sit here and play by myself, you know, and not have to sit here and talk about stuff forever. But yeah, people get enjoyment. And for those people that are kind of new to Run 8 or interested in getting into it, I mean, I'm not the best example of how to do everything, but you know, I am an example. So then you can kind of say, oh, that's how it's done, or how it's not done, and then you just don't do it. But yeah, I do enjoy providing this content, and I have a lot of hours playing this game. I know that I've run in the past music in the back, and a few people had given me a comment. One or two people had given me a comment and stated that, you know, the music that I put in there, which isn't necessarily anything that I fully enjoy, it's just background music. But they said, you know, if you did it without it and we just hear the trains rumble, you know, they would enjoy it more. And I was like, yeah, let me try that. I always thought I had to have some sort of noise in the background, because otherwise it's, you know, it's like if you watch a stream, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, of somebody just playing the game and not talking to anybody. I mean, how long do you really stay there? Like, they're not even saying nothing. So I thought the music was kind of a fill-in gap, especially when I'm thinking, because a lot of times I think out loud. Speaking of thinking, pull up this, and let me see if I don't forget to pull it down, because last time I forgot to pull it down. But here's the map that we're looking at. This is from the depot, of course. The most organized community that we have out there. Have developed so much, and I am a Depot Plus member, for those of you who do not know. But this is the LA Yard Switching District. It's page 14. You can find it on the depotserver.com. And those are all the industries that we're going to be picking from the yard here. And another thing too, trying to broadcast without saying if you've ever tried it, it's an acquired skill, let me tell you that. You run out of something to say, you have to Resurge. Resurge. That's a new word in the non-English dictionary. You have to resist the urge to use those two letters. Anyways, as you can see over here, I think these are from the C yard, which is down on the other side, a little ways away. We do have some cars that are behind that need to be set out. But in this case, we already have this part of the train built, and then we're gonna move around yonder corner here, and we'll dump these on a track parallel to it, hopefully, so that when we do build an outbound train, we can double up without having to go too crazy. We do have engines that are coming into view now, as you can see in the background there. So there are engines here that we can connect to finish outbound. It looks like we have more cars here than I thought. We have 3 tracks. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I'm on the front too. Going here. Let me first make sure my switches are set, which they are not. I'm okay with going straight here. We're gonna have to go that way anyways. Oh, so they did leave me room next to it. So this cut here is the last of the set outs. Looks like they left a gap of 2. If you hear some sounds of the truck and everything, so I reverted back to RJ's version 3 on the Discord, enhancement Discord. I had a copy of it when I went to it's version 2. I don't know. This could be the version 4 that he just put out a month or just 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something in that effect. So anyways, I'm running a new trucks, a new banks, there's some air sounds in here now, some different ones. We'll see how they go. Somebody else put out another set of this truck. You hear the truck bouncing here. So there's another set in there as well, but I don't have them activated. I basically changed the name, who they are, and I'll try them out, but I didn't get a chance today to try them out. We'll park these down here a little ways. We'll continue our pickups. A little dynamic braking with some independent braking. I also had put out a few days ago, it was a kind of a short tutorial of things, Run 8, on how to do all the stuff that we do, for those of you who play, such as moving right now. Nobody else in the yard to notify, but get in the cab here. We're gonna go to the next set, which is right around the corner up here. So anyways, the tutorial tells you, at least from my perspective, some of the most or more important items that you should know if you're coming into one of these communities in order to do a skills test. You go on the Depot Plus, so if you apply to be a Depot Plus member, they actually have you drive a train for an hour, and they throw some surprises at you. They ask you to stop in certain areas to try not to block the crossings and so forth. But I don't know if they ding you for that, because they didn't tell me that, but I didn't go over the crossing. They're like, oh, bonus points. I was like, yeah. Passed my test. Down here and run over and throw this switch here. We'll continue forward. Probably gonna get these guys here first and just shove them on this track. There we go. Now I have my speed. It's like I don't have a speed indicator. I'm on HPT. Ooh. Okay. Well, no, because there's more stuff down around there. I was going to grab these things here, I thought, and then get those and shove them back, but we'll be all right. We are going to pull these out here and then back them up to about where the train is now. And then we'll go back down here, get more stuff, back them up, and then pull forward, get those and whatever's back there, and then back them up all as one. And then we'll build our outbound. Let's go for a ride here. So I have a supply train ordered for LAC here. LAJ, apologies. LAC is the yard, the intermodal yard. It's on the other side of all this stuff. That guy just saw an engine over there sticking up. Little orange baby. Can't tell if there's an orange baby there. I'm in 4K. I don't know what it looks like. Well, you guys, it's going from 4K down to 1080, so I don't know if you guys can see it either. Now let's jump off here, not BNSF style, it's more UP style, because you got to be stopped completely before you jump off and moving train. Gotta hit connect. Connect. And we'll ride this sucker out of here. So LAJ Yard, where we currently are, and I have a supply train ordered for here. And LAJ encompasses a total of 4 actual components. LAJC, which is over there. This is the B yard that we're currently right here. B. A yard's where we were, where we started. And then LA West is on the other side of the road over there towards Malabar. So the train that will come in here may be a little short for the, well, not, it's got, they can't send a 12,000 foot train in here because of the area that we have to store all the cars temporarily until we move them, split them up and move them. LA West and C yards are quite large yards themselves. We're just going to push these, we're going to knuckle these guys all the way back. I messed with the chat, by the way, that shows up here in the video. And it's supposed to disappear, but it doesn't look like it is. And it's smaller, which it wasn't supposed to be. Matter of fact, let me see if I can adjust that right now, because that's going to get on my nerves. I just have to find where I put it, though. All this code got to put in there. And let me do it by this way, and then there it is. Looks a little weird there, but it'll work itself out. It should then disappear on its own. Yes. Yes, it went away. Nice. So that way it doesn't just stay up there the whole time. It's supposed to actually disappear after a bit. But the only thing is, like, the little logo from YouTube, it didn't show up very large. Like everything else did, but the little logo didn't. But I increased it. I was like, okay, let's do 300 pics. And it's like, same. Like, why are you not changing? If only I was like an IT guy in real life, maybe I could figure it out. Well, maybe one day. We want to make sure we don't come in flaming, crushing knuckles here like I showed you how to in that how-to video. How not to. Somebody asked that. Wait, is this a how-to video? They did in the comments. Is this a how-to or how not to? I was like, well, a little bit of both. It was more of, if you bust a knuckle, here's how you can fix it. All right, let me get on the right screen here. We got a long ways to go, or a lot of room to go. Who's my conductor? Can't quite get the name. Maybe if I jump on her. Almiro Ingalls. Almiro. That's a different name. What's up, Almiro? How you doing, buddy? Doing all right? I don't think I really needed a conductor for this set here today. I think we're doing everything remote control. Hey, get paid. Let's go ahead and set some handbrakes here. I believe that will be efficient. About 5 handbrakes on only 9 empties. Okay. Yeah. Did I not crush them? Smash them? I think I smashed them. Oh. Connect those air lines. Just check all of our errors so we don't have to. Yep. Look at that. Oh. We don't got to come back later and how do we keep blowing PCS? Also, these guys here, these are going to WAL, and I gotta look at the map and find that here in a moment. Like most of them are going there. So if we look here, we're looking for WAL right there. So that's out of where we just came from, the B yard. Yep. And that's going to be right over there. So we'll go ahead and go check it out. Whoops. See what this first guy is. That's also WAL. These are all WALs, and I have a feeling they probably can't fit all of them over here. Oh, we haven't been over here yet. We were only in A yard. We haven't been in the B yard. Number 1, I guess is how we'd call that. B yard 1, B yard 2, B yard 3 right there, and then the end down here, there's nothing there. Zulu Golf Charlie is that last one. First one off B yard. You could still figure out without doing 32 miles an hour in the yard. I think that's this one. So here's WAL, and as you can see, it's not going to hold a tremendous amount. You might be able to squeeze them, take the whole stack and just put them in there on the runaround siding. I mean, why not? One thing about flying, I fly through the ground a lot. Bit of a laggy lag there. I don't know if it's the server side or not. Make sure I am on the network. Maybe not. There we go again. Doing all this stuff, I'm not in a dang network. What happened last week? Let me get on the network here. That's so crazy. I saved all this stuff from when I first came in earlier, and I didn't join the network. I got kind of held up right before the stream there. Go on the Discord and get my stuff here. Need to be able to accomplish this, and they require passwords. As soon as I find it, here we go. See that? And I mean, I did the same thing. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but it was kind of silly. But I'm sitting there doing all this work, and like we're gonna have to start all over now. Hi everybody, welcome. It's Sunday, Simulator Sunday. I'll be your host, KungfuBeer, as we start all over again. I'm waiting for the stuff to spawn. If it is going to, it should be here. Waiting for all the trains to spawn here. Got those. There's my engines. Guess I never even moved them on the server. Well, here we go. Yeah, we'll start all over again and get them started. However, now we're on the server, the network. All right, we got a couple other people on here with us. All right, that's good, and that's good. Well, let's get to work. We've been screwing around a lot already, so I'm having a problem with the F11 click. Not working. I don't know why. My F11 doesn't work. I don't know. I just want to get in here. Let's go to our controls, keyboard. What would it be? Left shift F11. UCAB. Right shift. Right alt. Is that what it was? Yeah, it could be my keyboard. It's programmable, and a lot of times just keys stop working. There we go. I don't know. It just finally caught up to me, I guess. All right, so we're going backwards. Parking brakes on. Run over here and set all our switches again. That's good. Yeah, I was playing on a save copy. Here are the reefers. A little different sound there. It sounds more realistic now, I think. So this time, to keep things interesting, I'll run over and I'll pick them up in reverse from what I did last time. That should make things more exciting. And that one is good. A little bit of lag going on there. Not sure what from, because shouldn't be any lag. Today's just full of issues for me. That sound one was something different though. Not sure how that happened, because that was definitely one that I hadn't had a lot of problems with in the past. All right, so we'll yank this thing out of here as if we didn't do it already. Come over here and grab this guy next. While we're running around on foot, we do have our safety helmet on and our steel-toe boots though, so that's always good. And our safety glasses. Don't forget those. Oh, my train stop? Probably the parking brake was on the car that I picked up. When we get past the switch, we'll throw it so we can back up and get the other car. Grab a link here and let's get our cars. I think we need to go 1,900 miles an hour in here, Beer. Slow down. Oh, mistakes happen. There we go. Back under control. I'm all nervous. I don't want to come in too hot. Whoops. It should only be a 2-fer, but it was a 3-fer. Parking brake off, or handbrake off. We'll grab this guy. Even more efficient the second time, except, well, maybe because I was coming in at like 33 miles an hour. Now we're going back there and get the last few cars, and then we'll dump them off. That's good speed there. I like the 10, 11. Not too crazy. My understanding, told by real people that do this, is that they usually go a couple miles over the actual yard speed limit. Of course, they'd probably never say that to a safety board, right? Because, I mean, why would you? You also need to I think somebody deleted a train. Trying to get out of put myself back on my feet. Wanted to look at somewhere over here. And I mean, I'm live. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but yep, he said, he just wrote in Discord, he's like, somebody accidentally deleted a train and it may or may not have been me. It's like, yeah, it was you. So we have to quickly throw our brakes lines on. And I think, well, no, I'll have to ride in the cab because we don't know about the switches. We set the switches in single player, but not here on the server. What's going on? That's weird. I haven't had that one on the rail driver before, where the lights are flickering, doing a strobe light feature. Okay, now we're finally out of here. Like a little bit of deja vu that was going on there for a minute. We'll get this out to the main, the yard, A yard, I guess, and shove them in there. Probably just go and get the other cars too that I was already working on. Okay, so I have the switch in front of me as not a good switch. We'll jump up here and make it a good switch for us. Get a notch in there. Switcher. We'll run on down here. We're gonna have a pretty nice train out of here too. All like 3-4 tracks worth, which means it'll be a long one. Sometimes I take parts of consist from here and move them over to LAC because it's a much bigger yard. I don't think. And you do, I believe I can just, which I have before, I've had few lanes. I just get them out of here. From here. Let's see, that was a switch below me. Right here, we want to go straight. We'll come get these here. .1, I think we can speed up a little bit. I don't think we have to be that shy. What happened? There's my choo-choos. Okay, we're at 13. I think that's good enough. All that graffiti. Can't be stopped. All right. Can't be stopped from what? From Painting on our cars. That's the new reefer sound, by the way. Instead of the real high-pitched diesel sound, like a generator, which that's what these are. Refrigerant cars, they have they're gas-powered generators that keep the air conditioning running. Might take a little bit of time to get here. Hello, Liam, the rail fan. We're at LAJ, currently at the B yard, standing at the B yard, waiting for my train to get here. My switchers with some cars on them. We have an SD45s TAC 2 today. A little more power than the SD40s. And we're doing picks here at the LAJ yard. And combine it with, we have 3 lanes of cars already ready for outbound build. Amtrak 21 about an hour ago today. All right. Don't know much about Amtrak. We have Metrolink here in Southern California. I mean, also Amtrak, but I see more Metrolink than Amtrak. And that's the local train service. So we're going to pick up these guys since all kind of like reefers-ish. Turn off all this stuff so it stays out of the way. We don't need it right now. Probably should have, while I was waiting, started buckling up airlines. That's close. I think I can. Gotta get past that switch before I hit the brakes. Whoops. Hold the mouse down while I did that. Sorry for making you throw up. Almost done here with buckling these air lines up. I'm not going to take all these cars down that because not a whole lot of room in there to maneuver much. Saw a UP grain train parked in the siding. That's always fun. There's an area in Beaumont, UP. I forget which sub it is. The one that goes from West Colton, goes towards Arizona. I think it's Yuma sub. Make sure I have enough room before I start doing anything here. So we'll have to throw this guy. That switch looks good. So UP, that's going the wrong way. Let's do this. They have a couple industries that I go over the tracks on. It's out in Beaumont. And they're using GEVOs as road switchers. Big switchers. Could be a lot of heavy stuff that they're moving around, but 2 GEVOs there. I don't think they're 70s. I think they're actual GEVOs, 4400s. That's what it is. it is. It won't be in a minute, but it is right now. So find out. We start splitting rails here if with. It looks right. Now, we back up. So it's a unit train, a unit grain train. I live off the BNSF main line just for San Bernardino, so I don't see a lot of trains parked at sidings. I do see them stop though. There's a bridge. It goes to 4 into 3 over, then it goes into 2 over the 215 inner highway. And so sometimes I'll see trains parked there for a minute, waiting for other ones to come by. Got a set of signals there, so absolutes. So you can get to see those. Before I back up, I will make sure that I hope I will, switches are set correctly before I do the splits. Come on. Go. So that's going that way. Check all our switches. That one is not good. So we came up here to check. That one is good. The other switches. Check our airlines while we're at it. Just make sure we didn't miss any. That guy is now good. Okay, yep. This guy is also good. Ride it on the way back. Fingers crossed. We have a little paperwork to do after we split tracks. We screwed up. We should have felt it by now. I think we're safe. Believe we could put money on that one that we did it right, but who knows? Front wheels could be just dug out and laying on the tracks up there. But no, from back here. And I didn't get back on the right track though, did I? I'm going to need to switch over the lead that's on my left, which is fine, no big deal. I got all the cars that are over here. Matter of fact, there's this switch up here that I need to set straight. And we'll run. No, we're going to get those guys too. So, yeah, I screwed up. Nope, we're just going to continue backwards. Just causing, because we're going to have to go down here anyways. Down this guy. I think. I'll have to look, see if there's any cars there. So once we get back over here on this one, we'll come forward and get those guys next. Out of order. Oh no, we did get on the right track. Oh no, we didn't. Nope, we are coming down this one. I mean, that's easy. We got enough tracks here enough empty tracks to figure it out. We're about maximum yard speed here, just under 15. I think I can't ride on these. Was I already on this one? Probably not. Oh, I can. Okay. There's like a set of reefers that it won't let you get on. I thought it was one of these. So now we're going to push this back. We're going to connect these to the other cars that we pulled out from the A yard. You know, we did it twice. A lot of work over there that needs to be done that's Union Pacific across the river there from us. I know it's concrete, but it's still called a river. The LA River. That's that concrete hole in the ground. And I don't know what yard that is called for UP. I think it's just called the LA River Yard. Some sort of original madness. Naming convention, that is. Apparently, there's not been a lot of work over that yard. So if you would like to come in and help move metal around on this server, I mean, we're always hiring. You could work for BNSF, UP, or go to the East Coast and work CSX. Missed that one. I was supposed to cut off there. Oh, I got to pull forward now. I forgot I drove straight out and I didn't go back in here yet. There were no cars there. That was what we did on the last one. So anyways, if you would like to join and help us on the server, the only thing you have to do is join the Discord. The links are down below. And we reciprocate between this server and the East Coast server. So whichever one you feel like doing, so if you have base game only, this is the server that you're going to be on. And you won't necessarily be in this part of Southern California because you would only have Mojave and Barstow. So I'm on the San Bernardino sub. In order to drive from Barstow here, you would need the Cajon sub. But you can go from Bakersfield to Barstow, the Needles, and that's about it on BNSF, and then Bakersfield to Mojave to, I don't remember the name, it's not Daggett, a little small yard there just by Barstow. You'd be able to explore all those. You come in, join the Discord. We're gonna ask you a couple of questions real quick, and that is, what's your experience in this Run 8? I do have a video on this YouTube channel that explains basic train handling, train operations, and how to do the basics that are required to actually join the server. In the Discords, there is information. You need to download the skills test when you're ready to perform it, which is very basic. You'd run that on your computer and stream it in Discord. We'll watch you do it and then let you know if you passed or not. And again, it's the very basics of Run 8 train handling. Nothing crazy. Do you know how to set handbrakes like I'm doing now? Do you know how to retag your train? Which I don't need to do because I'm a local. Can you connect it? Can you disconnect it? All these things that I'm doing here today, I mean, this is really more advanced than just driving a train down the tracks. You know, that's all on the skills test. We want to make sure that you can do the basics of what I'm doing here. Plus, know what you're doing when you're driving on the road so you don't crash the server or somebody else's game, you know, do you know how to throw a switch like I just did? These are the basics. You know how to whistle. Turn on your bell. How to set parking brakes. How to emergency brake. That's easy. That's control. I use a rail driver. So I have a little lever for that. I don't have to push all the buttons. But all the buttons in Run 8 are right here. Controls the keyboard. It tells you everything you need to know what keyboard does what in the game. Or if you have a rail driver, most of that stuff is assigned by default on your rail driver. And you can change it, which I have not. Mine are all default. I'm doing 5.3 miles an hour. I can tell by this guy up here. You can change that as well. How do you change that? Well, that's, you know, you can do Alt-Z, I think. Nope. Brings up G-Force Experience. Shift-Z does it. You can change that with Shift-Z. Or you can look at your keyboard thing. Figure it out. I'm not figuring out anything except how to get past this switch and go get these cars back here. So anyways, that's how you join our server. You're so inclined to do so. We could use the help. I mean, look, LA over there is hurting for certain. But we need more people in here. These yard masters not to be screaming down their yards like they own the place. Probably because they're talking to people while they're driving. You can have as much or as little fun as you like in here. Don't want to mess it up for other people. We're going to grab these cars and then we're going to go down, if my mouse is on the right one, that's set over there. So we're going right here on the second. Oh, if it goes back up, there we go. On this second track right here, we're going to go get all this stuff right now. We're like right here. Oh, right here. Walk right over the couplers there. Connect. Throw the hand brakes off. We'll get our other cars. We'll grab this hopper here. Ride her out. Pass the switch. Jump up here like you wouldn't do on BNSF, only UP. Keep saying that because that's how you're supposed to do it. If you're on BNSF, let's see, we had. I'm gonna get past the switch, I'll throw it, and then I'll look down there to see if I have cars. Gonna go flying. Drone style. There's some. Yep, we got to come down here. We'll get these guys first. But we're gonna go. This is track 1. This is track 2. We're going to track 1. Make sure my switches are set for that. That one is now, as I just did. And that one's also good. I do have a car back there. Maybe I'll go get that first, because there's only one. And let's walk the line and make sure all our other switches are set up correctly for us to get down here. Meanwhile, I'll start coming backwards. Get that third one in there since going backwards. See, my locomotive's way down there. They look awfully small. I guess it's not that big of a deal to come grab these first. They full? Nope. They're green, so that means they're empty. Red would be full. This switch is bad for the direction we want to go. Double clicked it by accident. So I'm going to collect them on the way back, backwards. And that way when we get to the very end, we'll just pull out. Using some dynamic braking to slow us down a little bit here. Yeah, on depotplus, I would actually be in a database as well. Clicking on the operations center, I'm grabbing 5 boxcars or 4 boxcars, whatever this is. And then if you're putting them out, you'd say, you know, that you've delivered. They keep track of stuff like that. A little bit more pressure on deleting stuff by accident. Alright, oops. Push the bottom one. Gonna connect all our air hoses like we've been doing. That one's good. Again, it's something I probably could have done when I was waiting. Connect. You notice I'm not like opening and closing the valves, just connecting the lines. That can all be done at once. You basically, end of the train, just close it and then you can charge it. Handbrakes off. Going forward, hopefully. Rolling a little bit backwards, but that's okay. Coming out of there with authority. And we'll go grab those guys next. Got lots of room to operate here. I'll probably disconnect these cars before I go down that last row, because I'm not sure about how much room I'll have on the tracks. I get stuck for a second. Beep, beep, beep. Instead of hitting it twice, I hit it one long one. I'll probably, after I get all these cars, I'll build the outbound. Let's see what the length is. Potentially drive it over to LAC, but you know why? Why wouldn't we just take it from here, go on the road with it? But there's not a lot of sidings can hold, you know, more than a 5,000 foot train, I think. I don't know what the size of it would. It's 4 4 tracks full. Let me get this thing coupled up here and we'll take a look. Okay, and then let me get on my feet. It was a very nice couple, nice and soft. That was a lot closer to that bumper. So if we bring up our map here, each one of these tracks here is 1,730 feet. Now obviously there's a little bit of room on each side, but we're gonna have 4 tracks. So 4 times 1,700. Well, 4 times 7 is 28, plus the ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be about close to 7,000 feet of train. And there might be a few sidings on the way that we look here to see. That's a UP. So here's Hobart. I mean, these are only, this is about 7,000, close to, it's right around 7,000. Then if we look at the sidings here, I mean, that's probably 4, 23. Porphyry's got a long one, but it's not. And that's 29 plus 29s. It's still not. Yeah, that's probably it'd fit there, but then we'll block that track. So don't want to do that. So let's go back to page 14 where we were operating out of, and then let's remove the map. And let's pull her forward. Handbrakes off after I get it in gear. Forward. Give her a little notch here. Independent brake coming off, and take off the parking brake. Next we're going to go through this down into there. Grab those dudes that are over there. As I run towards the switch, puffing and puffing. 86 degrees today in Southern California. Okay, we'll hop on, stop, come in reverse, whistle, independent brake off, notch forward and reverse. We'll go down to notch 1. As we back up here, we're looking for our load. We got one switch there. We're pointed in the right direction. It looks like we are. We got 2 cars there for us, right at the crossing. We'll run out here and stop traffic because it's blind corner, no signals. All right, let's go ahead and pull her a little forward, slack it, or take the slack. Oh, no. I pushed the wrong one. I meant to throw the stupid I wanted to connect the air hose. I disconnected the coupler. I had it perfect too. I was trying to do right there. Try this one here. Once we get past that switch, we'll throw that back up and get the last of the cars. Deliver this over to the yard. We do have one final, actually two. Two more spurs or whatever they're called. Probably spurs. I don't know if that's what they're called in the industry. Must be. Hello. How you doing, Nick? Working LAJ yard here today in A and B. Doing pickups so we can get all those cars out of here and then have a nice fresh load brought in. Oh, I took the throttle off just a little too much to clear that switch. That's literally by a truck. All right, go ahead and go back, and I believe I set the switches so we're going straight back, grabbing that single. And then getting the last of their grain hoppers over by those elevators. Got my flags out right now in my hands because we're coming up on a crossing. I'm waving them like crazy. Could be standing there, but we didn't do that. Easter Sunday, there's not a lot of people driving. Not here within the industry. Nobody's at work. There's our cars dead ahead. What's up, Hajan? How you doing? Could have jumped on, but you're driving back to your dorm room. Well, you can't be on while you're driving, for sure. It is, as Easter Sunday is ending, everybody's getting back home because there is work to be done tomorrow. Yeah, it's 86 degrees here in SoCal today. Not ready for that. Quite warm. I like the cold. Need to move. I gave up too much speed there, so I'm going to do it again. Look at that. Notch 2, it stalled on me. There we go. That should be good. All right, connect the air hose, not disconnect the coupler. Let's go forward. Just run up here to the switch that we got to throw anyways. And we've already determined we're going to this track here, which we have our switches set for. Gotta throw this tower switch here first. All right, now we'll ride her back home. Going out of town in 2 months to see your grandparents. And they'll say that they're going to be happy to see me. Of course. Grandparents are always happy to see us. I don't have any grandparents anymore, but enjoy them while you can, sir, because they will not be there forever. just lost my my father a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Just shy of 75. Now I am the oldest male in the family. And we're dealing with the having to deal with all that stuff is got to be done. Part of life. I have my mother and my two step parents, or not step. What do you call that? My in-laws, not step parents. That connection, let's go ahead and connect all our airlines. We can turn our bell off while we're doing that. One more set here. And I think we got everything out of this spot, so let's go ahead and let's take her home. I got the handbrakes still on. But we're going to pull this out of here. Again, we're in that middle section. I guess you can call it middle right here. We're coming right down through here. Pull it, and we're going to push them back. You know, one of these, I think it's ace 4. And then we'll go forward and get these guys right here, and probably these at the same time, because there's nothing over here. Make sure I had all the hoppers with me. Actually, make sure there's nothing else back here. Got everything. All right. Well, that switch up here was set against us. Fix that right now. That's good, and that one's good as well. All right, coming up on the, if you want to call it a crossing. It is a crossing. Once we get the last car clear, which I just set a counter for, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Oh, maybe. I'm going to stop her here. So that when I pull out with these cars, I just attach here and pull them all forward. I'll put a few brakes on. We'll end up having to pull them all forward too, but we got plenty of room to do that. Come back a bit. Past that switch, we'll throw that one and go back and get those cars. Keep missing that third one. We'll run on back. See how much we're blocking the crossing, but again, I don't think anybody's there. Turned on my light facing backwards. That those air hoses connected. Throw this switch. Connect those. Throw this switch. I keep an eye on that because it's getting close. Connect. We capture it? Nope. Now we did. Easy peasy. Oh, did I make it? Oh, look at that. That's barely. I think my bell's on. I can't hear it from way back here. Little dynamic brake here. Got some tankers over there to grab. Too much brake. That's why I don't do passenger service. Connect these hoses. Parking brakes off. All I gotta do is pass that switch though before we get the last set. Last set of cars from this part of the track here. And this spur. Okay, connect those and all these should be done. Handbrakes off, and now we're pulling forward. So we're going to pull forward, pull the car in the back. I only have 7 on. We'll pull the 7th car past the switch. I'll reverse the switch and back into that other set that I have there. Possibly pull those forward a little bit just to put them where they need to go, and then disconnect them. Once I get right about chill, I'll hit the countdown timer. Gotta watch our switches in front of us. Make sure that they are set correctly. So far, I'm not seeing anything out of place. With 150-ish feet to go. Okay, back, guy in the back's clear. Now we're going to back up and go get these connected here, pull that out so we're not blocking that road anymore. We'll pull it past that switch that's kind of over here. And then just push them straight back towards where they're going to end up going. Trains get a little bit heavier, so I'm not going to rely on the independent brakes as much. More dynamic braking. Oh! Did it again. It's weird because the uncoupling pin's open, but... Oh, disconnect the air lines, pull forward. And then come back. Connect, go forward, handbrakes off. Again, we don't have to pull that far forward. What I did is hit the wrong button again. All we need to do is pass this guy here. About 5 cars. Before I push back though, I'll run up to the front to make sure that we have no switches all screwed up. There, let's see. Right now we got 23 cars on, speeding like a demon. Too far forward. Take that to this yellow switch there before I disconnect. And that's about good. Handbrakes. Some handbrakes on, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a handbrake test now because I'm gonna have a lot more train. I'll do in reverse. I mean, that's a good handbrake test. Doesn't roll at all. We're going into this. Should be going into here. That one first. That one second. We got 2 sets here to deal with. Seems like we should pull those first and then switch to get these. Just because then we don't have to go as far. Fuel efficiency. Handbrake off, going forward. All we gotta do is pass that switch. Yeah. Box car, and then those like 10 to 12 tankers. Ceiling, what's going on, my friend? How you doing, buddy? Big Larry. Happy Easter to you, my friend. Happy Resurrection Day. So we're going to go back here, grab these tankers back yonder. Pull them forward, get the rest of them. We'll connect it to the rest of our cars waiting on the lead. I don't know, I didn't check. I'll do that real quick now. There's no cars over here. I checked there, but that was the last lead. So that'll be clear. We'll clear everything out of here. It's great. Anything that's left after this, we can simply leave. Got a crossing here. All right, let's get her slowed down here so we don't smash into this guy. That's good to go. I'll check the airlines. Connect that one. I believe I connected these. No, I did not. We're not running air through them anyways, but whoever is building the final train will have an easier time. Might as well get paid to connect all the airlines. Lace them up, as it's known. So now we're going to pull forward, handbrakes off. There's that crossing there, but Easter Sunday, nobody's driving. And we'll wait. Oh, that's on the bumper there. Oh, just slightly, almost on the bumper. Lace up this guy while we're following the cars in front of us. Almost done. Lace up that one. Got two more to go here. As we pass that switch here, we will back her up and get the last cars. Hop on the tanker. Let's go back and get our guys. I didn't have it, had the dynamics on, so I tried to switch the reverser. Didn't like that. And we'd actually be standing right there on the concrete in front of us with a flag saying, "Don't drive. There's a train coming backwards." But video game. I think we can get over that. Lower it down a little bit because it's on the bumper. Take that. Go ahead and start pulling forward so we don't smash in the bumper. A little bit forward. Handbrakes are coming off on all these other cars. Like we got everything. Go on the engine. Get on out. Water here. I don't think, no, I know that. I don't know if there's a bathroom in this one. I don't think so. And the hood, I think there is. Maybe has that, that's where that door goes. If we have to, you know, do some business, as long as it's working, that's the case. A lot of times they don't. All right, let me start a countdown timer here, 1,000 feet behind me. We will have the room pull through here and then back up and get our other cars. I think the third switch has got a yellow flag. Run up there. That's a trip hazard right there for sure. Make that guy green. $300 feet to go. We passed our switch and then we can push all these back into the yard. Should be enough room for all of them. We're at 1,000 feet on this one. And I believe this is 13. Okay, so we've passed. Squeaky brakes. To reach around the microphone for that one. Oops, what am I doing there? Not that one I wanted to switch. It's one over here. There we go. Now we'll be going the right direction, but a little fast. Go, we gotta slow it down. 5 miles an hour is okay. Okay, let's lace her up. Handbrakes off. Let's go to the rear, very rear of the train. And we are on the main part of the track, coming on back. Our total, what did I do here? So our total length is 2128. We're going to be too long for the tracks in the yard here, but that's okay because we can peel a couple cars off and move them over one more. And we're ready to build our outbound, or at least collect the information to have somebody else build that outbound. We can get the engines over and set them up for success. Get back to my speedometer here. It didn't feel like it was going to be that many feet of cars, but apparently it is. It's all those tankers. About 1,000 there. We had, I think we had 2 box cars and the rest are tankers, so that was 1,000 feet. Minus the 220, or what are they, 40 footers? Just under 1,000. UP can't get routing. They're probably trying to come over here and deliver more. Christmas time over there pretty soon. Somebody's asking for routing and then trying to throw switches. That's not going to work. Cancel your routing, throw switches, then re-ask. You can, or just give yourself a restriction signal. I covered that in the basic train operations video. So with some of the cars here too, I noticed that they're see, where were they going? They were going to WAL. There's no way we can fit them all in there. We might be able to do a few. These two tracks here, this open one that I'm passing now on the right, and the one that I'm going to slam into these cars right here. Push them back a little bit. Oh, I saw that you just said 60 something in Texas. Hey, Haas. I just saw that. I didn't read that before. Oops. Get out of that. Go to this one. For the slack to come out. We'll push this back a little bit. Let me start a counter here. Yeah, 3,200 feet. It's not all going to fit here. Get as much on this track as we can. We'll slide the rest over one track here to the right of me as we're looking. We'll take that set of hoppers there, the gondola cars, not hoppers, gondolas, and go do something with them. Can put a couple cars here on this side. Leave the loaded ones there. Maybe I'll push from the other side here. Want to get close without getting too close. Go to the other end. Okay, we got to figure out where to cut this. All right, so if we put the brakes on that one, that one, we can probably come off those brakes. I'm all doing this one-handed here. That one's not going to work. Have to be this one. Brake is on. That one is not. Perfect. It doesn't slack too much. Look like it. Gotta pass this switch here and then we can shove it. We'll ride. Actually, we don't have to ride them full track. Oh, let's come on back. We'll come to about level with this guy. Everybody's falling asleep on me. Now we just got these tankers clear and good to go. See, there's a lot of loaded cars here too. Shoot, I'll need to deal with them and move those up to the front of the pack. Realize they're all, a lot of them are loaded. There's one here unloaded, a couple of them. Put our length 1396, so 1,700 foot track. Be good. Wait, those weren't even processed. Huh. All right. Interesting. As soon as the, let's go to the back side of this. Yeah, we got plenty of room. Room for a locomotive back here. We got to make sure for sure that the switches are clear. Right about here. Got to buckled that one up there, or laced it up. It was just that first one. Make sure we didn't go too far. We did not. Let's see, right there. Nope, there's room for locomotives on the front and back. Parking brakes here. 1, 2. You got all these heavy tankers here. Those would be empty, by the way, if they were processed, and they will be processed. I'm in the Train Whisperer. Welcome. Down here right at the end. Hope your Sunday's going well. Pull this guy forward. Did not do a brake test on that either, parking brake test. But, well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, and so it's going to end it right here for the Simulator Sunday. Started 2 hours ago, made it almost a couple minutes shy of 2 hours, right as Bobby showed up, but it's time to go already. So we are going to get our way out of here and finish enjoying the rest of the Sunday. Yeah, I know, man. I mean, it went for 2 hours. We just got here at the end, so that's okay. But it's time for us to leave, and we'll be back next Sunday for some more Simulator Sunday. Back on Wednesday on Twitch. I'm Super Mega Baseball. You see a whole bunch of stuff here on the YouTube channel. Mucho stuff comes out every week. I hope you guys, yeah, I mean, we all had Easter, but you can watch this back, by the way. We'll be live, actually, I think it takes a couple hours. But hope you enjoy, and should be able to watch it back right now if you want. I'm looking for this to get out of here. So you guys have a great one, and we will see you next week. You guys have a great week.